Instead of it being stupid in a broad sense, it's stupid in a narrow sense. Now, there's some kind of frat-led, very sick homosexuals and their allies who are making it harder for me to speak, so I increase the eternal punishment of everyone outside the divine order and their offspring. Okay, so the next section is about the rich and the kingdom of God. Now, you can tell by the fact that rich whites, rich Jews, and rich LGBT people are leading the charge against me, and that includes changing the sound of my voice. They try to make it so people aren't inclined to listen to me, what have you. So it goes without saying that you don't want to be like them, and that homosexuality is a sin. If you're a part of a group that was arguing that you don't think that something's a sin that has to do with your group, and you saw that these people who are leading the charge against God are persecuting Christ, okay, and you don't do anything about it, in that particular case, you're testifying against your group, and you're testifying that it is a sin after all by your actions. So I've been saying for many years, show me someone in a white culture, Jewish culture, an LGBT culture who is actually loyal to God. It doesn't exist. So therefore we can ascertain that according to the Bible, again, according to the Bible, for those of you who need to hear it that way, because you never grew up, that white culture, Jewish culture, and LGBT culture are sinful cultures. Okay, and that you do not want to be LGBT if you want to go to heaven. It's pretty clear. We see that in the rich in the kingdom of God. He says that you have to keep the commandments to go to heaven. And he says he's been following these commandments since he's a boy, right? Not committing adultery, not stealing, not killing, what have you. Notice he doesn't say faith alone. He says this is what you have to do to come into the Spirit of God, to enter the kingdom of God. And then he says you still lack one thing. For all of you who are playing stupid about this, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. He says give away all your possessions in a way that is consistent with morality, right? And at the time he said to the poor, and then follow me. Now in this situation, because all the poor are in rebellion against God and they're under mind control, etc., because people have technology and they're financially sabotaging me, you're supposed to form an organization with me. And part of that organization, obviously, includes making sure that I'm financially stable. I don't care to have a fancy house or a fancy car. I'm not Joel Osteen or Driscoll or some of these guys, really cashing in, and people in the Catholic Church, the Mormons, all these people just cashing in, thinking it's a joke, and the fools who are dumb enough to roll with them. Not somebody in the church, mosque, or synagogue who puts money before God. But that is the situation here. So in the next section after this, we see that it says that Jesus predicts his death a third time. And the disciples did not know what he's talking about. They did not know what he's talking about. The disciples did not know. But you think these people in the churches know? It's very laughable how you people follow these people. So the last section is about somebody who's blind, like maybe a metalhead or, homosexual, or everyone outside the divine order. And they're made well by obeying Christ. But notice other people aren't obeying me, so they're not well. And the word el rhymes with hell, where I'm in reason, what have you.